It's a necessity to run overtime when you're busy, but it also can eat up profitability really quickly if you're not planning correctly. Hi everyone, it's Sam from JRA, where we help junk removal business owners make more money and live a better life. Hey, listen, I've talked about it before and I'm going to talk about it again. In order to know your business, you've got to set goals, and metrics are what help me not only run my business, scale my business, but also do healthy daily check-ins, weekly check-ins, monthly check-ins to know that my business is trending in different categories, metrics, and there isn't anything that looks unusual. If it does, then I can react really quickly to it. So, to give you kind of an insight into what metrics I tracked, first of all, it was sales for the day, sales revenue. Everybody would record, each truck team would record their revenue for the day. And budget goal. Each truck team would have a budget goal for the day. So they knew exactly what their goal was, their sales goal. And they would track it, not only what the amount was, but also as percentage to the goal. Percentage to last year's revenue. They'd know what last year's revenue was, so they'd want to know what their percentage revenue was for this year. Those are the main criteria. Then I went into the actual operations for the day. Big one is average job size. The average job sale is, or job size, whatever you want to use, is just an average of all the revenue that they did divided by the number of jobs they did. So it would give you an average job size. This would tell me a couple of things. It would tell me, first of all, if we're charging enough. It would tell me that if we were having trouble with building our sale or doing adding to the sale, but it was kind of the kingpin. And if you're running according to a trend, you'll only notice when the trends are way high or way low, and they can mean that we're undercharging or overcharging. They can also go find a lot of problems that might be as far as narrowed down to a particular employee. So we always looked at last year's AJS. And our average job size, and kind of compared it to the two. Obviously, the number of jobs we wrote down, the number of jobs last year. On-site cancellations, huge number here to watch. You want to know how many jobs that team did and how many on-site cancellations they did, and it should be right about 0.5 out of 10 to 1 out of 10. If you're above 2 out of 10 or 20%, you've got an issue and you've got to address it as soon as you can. So definitely on-site cancellations. They can also indicate a lot of other things that might be going on. Percentage of on-site cancellation. So not only do we have the number, we have the percentage. Disposal fees. What did we get charged for the day for disposal? What is the disposal fee as a percent to sale? Gas, what did we put in the truck today and as a percent to sale? Payroll hours, how many payroll hours? Usually it's going to be on a normal day 8 hours. Maybe it'll either be between 7.5 to 8, depending on lunch breaks and how you work that. But you have the number of hours. Overtime hours, those are always those are business killers. It's a necessity to run overtime when you're busy, but it also can eat up profitability really quickly if you're not planning correctly. So watching overtime, it should be about 0.5%. Sales per payroll hour. That's sales divided by the number of hours your team worked. That is kind of going to tell you the efficiencies of the day, if they work quickly or if they kind of had a slow day. Payroll is a percent to sale. So you want to be able to. This is a calculation that my truck teams knew what each other made. So if you had a sales driver and a navigator as a truck team, they knew what each one made. So I knew what if they worked 8 hours, the combination of their pay multiplied by 8 hours I knew what the percent of payroll was. Now, why was it important to share with my team? Because I want them invested in this, and I've talked about this on other videos. I want them invested in the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you kind of a mock-up of what that looked like, and it was a big whiteboard, and this is what my truck teams would fill out at the end of the day. So I'll put that in, and you guys take advantage of it. Put it up on the board, get your teams involved. I guarantee you that once their head is in the game of what this is all about, and it's all about improving your sales, customer service, and maximizing your potential profits. So get them involved in this. Anyway, take a look. Hope this helps you. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.